We made it through the week, and it's time for our Friday Night Live special. And this week, we are cracking open this box of 1992 Bowman football. Really excited to open this up. Been waiting to get one of these. Got it at a card show last weekend here in Dallas. And we're going to crack this guy open. So let's go ahead and get into it. And hopefully we'll find some decent stuff in here. There's not a whole lot of big name rookie cards in here, but nonetheless, we should find some pretty decent stuff. So there is the pack. This is always kind of a funny pack because it looks like he's telling the guy to go long, but they also drew it almost like it was like he was throwing the ball too, but the ball's in his other hand. So we do get a special engraved foil card. And I think you might get one of these in each pack. I'm not sure, but we're going to find out. And it looks like at least we got one in this pack. Broderick Thompson. So there's our design. Pretty typical Bowman design for this, for the early 90s. The white borders, the B up in the corner. Ray Horton, Wyman Henderson, Tony Bennett. Tim McGee. Our foil card in this pack is Bill Brooks, Perry Kemp, Tom Waddle, Brian Noble, Mark Duper, Gene Atkins, Howard Ballard, and Dwight Stone rounds out our first pack of the night. I do like the look of these cards. Let's go ahead and we'll separate the foil cards from the rest of the base set. And let's get into our second pack. Hope everyone's having a great Friday night. The missus and I just got back from watching Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Really enjoyed it. Thought it was a great movie. So our foil in this one is Andre Bad Moon Rising. It's a nice one. Mark Clayton, Mo Gardner, Steve Jordan. There's Jim Harbaugh. Chris Martin, Vincent Brown, Tim Brown, nice. Dennis Smith, Stephen Baker, David Treadwell, and Mark Collins. So this set is 537 cards, which is kind of an odd number, but that's how many cards it has. And the special foil engraved cards are, you know, they're labeled the same. There's a look at the base back. So that's what it looks like compared to the foil card back. So the foil card back has the logo, team leaders, and then this has their individual stats. So, but yeah, we went and saw the movie tonight and enjoyed it. Thought it was a good movie. Thought they did a pretty good job in paying tribute to Chadwick Boseman. And, you know, it was... You know, it's not my favorite film that they've done, but still, it was a good film. All right, Rob Burnett, Rob Taylor, Kevin Ross, Bill Moss, I about said Bill Haas, the golfer, James Hasty, Tommy Barnard, Brian Blades is our foil card in this pack. Tony Page, Dave Meggett, Chris Miller, and Mongo, Steve McMichael. I should have worn my Steve McMichael jersey tonight. That would have been pretty cool. As he battles, I believe he has Lou Gehrig's disease, if I remember right. And his wife posts a lot of pictures on their Instagram. Well, I guess it would be her Instagram. But he doesn't look nearly like that anymore. It's heartbreaking to see him beaten down. There's a Reggie White gold foil. Nice. Cornelius Bennett. Anthony Munoz. Mike Merriweather. There's Clay Matthews. Nice. There was two cards there. Jonathan Hayes. Ken Harvey. They're getting a little bit of stick, but not bad. Wes Hopkins. Living with Bienemy, Broderick Thomas, and Tim McDonald. I believe he is a coach now, if I remember correctly. Someone had said that to me on a previous video. I believe he is a coach of some sort. Sleeping with by enemy. I forget what I said. I said living with by enemy. But it's sleeping with by enemy. The old Chris Berman. Chris Berman used to say that a lot. Eric Thomas, Tim Newton, Tony Woods, Bubby Brister, Tom Thayer, Brad Muster. There's a couple Bears back and forth. There's another Reggie White. Lee Johnson. Oh, there's two stuck there. Kirk Loudermilk. Great name. No, I thought there was one stuck to Dwayne Harper, but there wasn't. Ernie Jones, Kent Hull, and Aeneas Williams. We do get, what we get? I think we get 36 packs in this box. The box that we broke on Wednesday, which was a Topps Chrome from 2022, it only had 24 packs in it. And only 4 cards a pack, so that video went by pretty quick. There's Alexander Wright, gold foil, Tim Harris, Mark Ingram, Marv Cook, this is the Mark pack. Marv Cook, Mike Babb, Mark Higgs, Leonard Russell, Broussard, Marcus Allen, nice, Craig Hayward, Donald Evans, Gary Zimmerman. So I don't expect, let's see, how many cards we get per pack in here? We get 10, 15. We get 15 per pack times 36. I don't know. I don't have calculator near me, but I'm going to guess I'm not going to get 573 cards out of this box to complete the set. There's a checklist, 2 of 5. Joe Phillips, Rodney Holman, Kevin Guggen. There's Mark Rip in, Fred Barnett, Neil O'Donnell, Jacob Green, Johnny Meads. We've done pretty good so far, I think, on the gold foil cards at least. Couple Reggie Whites in there. Kevin Ross. Seen a couple of these already. James Hasty, Terry Allen. There's a John Elway with the special foil. Nice. McCants, Al Smith. There's Richard Dent. Haven't seen him yet. Sean Jones, Tim Johnson. I have us a nice stack of cards back here when we're all said and done tonight. As many cards as we're going to get. And then I get to put the sheets in the binder and then start putting them in their place. Mike Saxton, Brad Edwards, Anthony Thompson. Looks like we got another John Elway. So so we got the Reggie White back-to-back, and now we got John Elway back-to-back. Chris Martin, Vincent Brown. Seen a few of those already. So we're already starting to get repeats in here. And we're only, what, 10th? Pack number 10. We can use these to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. So pack 10, and we're already starting to see repeats. There's Michael Irvin. Nice. Ron Hall. Irving Fryer. Nice. Robert Brown. Pat Terrell. Marion Butts. Ray Crockett. Mark Gunn. Eric Hill. Damone Johnson. Wesley Carroll. I would love to get a box of 92 Bowman baseball, but that one, I think those boxes are going for like $500 or $600 right now because Mariano Rivera rookie card is in there. So they're going a little bit higher. Let's just go from this side. That way we see the foil card right off the bat. Sam Mills, Howard Cross, David Johnson. So would really love to be able to get one of those and break it on the channel for everyone, but Those are harder to come by, especially if you don't want to pay the eBay prices, because eBay prices on cards right now are ridiculous. They're absolutely insane, as the card collecting community and market has boomed up in the last couple of years because of COVID and people staying at home and things like that. So there's Rodney Hampton, gold. There's the base, Mark Rippon. Cortez Kennedy, Gary Clark, Spielman. There's another checklist. Pierce Holt, Joe Phillips, Holman, Gogan, Burnett, and Rob Taylor. So we've seen about 5 or 6 of those cards already. Yeah, I picked this box up at the Dallas Card Show. If you want to go, I did a video on that. It's already posted. You guys want to go check that out, feel free to go check that out. It's a nice video. Rodney Hampton. There was some nice stuff there. That was Rodney Hampton again. So we kind of go. So what I'm seeing is we're going about 2 or 3 packs, and then we get a repeat of the. There's Herschel Walker, Mel Gray, Patrick Hunter, Art Monk, nice. James Thornton, and another checklist. So if you want to go check that video out, it's up on the channel. Saw some really cool stuff. And I didn't actually video I don't think I videoed the table where I bought this box, but I did get a lot of the tables. So I always feel weird going around videoing because I always feel like someone's going to say, hey, I don't want you videoing me. Mark Higgs. It's kind of like, well, you know, pretty much everybody now is videoing their travels out in the world and things like that. So I think it's kind of started to become more commonplace for people to just kind of understand, hey, you know, we're going to an event. There's more than likely someone is going to be taking video and things like that, but people still get a little bit uncomfortable. Just the nature. Let's go this way. Cornelius Bennett on the foil. John Carney, Stan Brock. There's Reggie White base. Dave Griggs. Barry Sanders, nice. Morton Anderson. Landetta. This is a great pack. Butler. Now we got into the kickers. Agnew. Barry Foster. Don Warren. There's Howie Long. That's a cool shot. And Cleveland Gary. Nice cards there. That was a nice pack. We are just about halfway through this thing. Feel like we've gotten some pretty good cards so far. Got some nice stuff. You know, nothing earth-shattering. It's been pretty good. John Taylor. Bruce Matthews. Ernest Biner. Sam Mills. Bert Grossman. Don Mosbar. Great name. Henry Rawling. Darrell Henley. John Stevens. Solomon. Roberts. Charles McRae. Have not seen, let's see, who haven't we seen so far? Jerry Rice. Haven't seen Jerry Rice card. I'm gonna assume Rice is in here. I didn't get a checklist on this one. I kind of ran out of time going to the movie and things like that. So I'm gonna assume he's in here. There's John Taylor again, so we're getting kind of back-to-back stuff. There's Rich Gannon, Hostetler, Jackie Harris, Gary Anderson, Chip Lowmiller, Jeff Wright, Ken Clark, James Washington, Norm Johnson, Ken Glover, Kevin Glover, not Ken, Terrence Mathis, and Darian Connor. But yeah, I haven't seen any, really haven't, other than John Taylor, haven't really seen a lot of 49ers come out of here yet. No Rice or anybody like that. So hopefully we find one here soon. There's Thurman Thomas, gold. That's nice. Jerry Ball, Ray Berry, James Jones, Mike Pitts, Jim Sweeney, Chris Chandler, Johnny Hector, Sean Jefferson, Vinnie Clark, Calvin Williams, Willie Drury. So this one looked like it might have. Sure what the deal was with the front of that pack. Okay, there's Brad Baxter, gold. Tommy Kane, Robert Wilson, Neil Anderson, Carlton Bailey. There's Chris Carter, Richmond Webb, Vance Johnson. There's Marcus Allen, nice. Craig Hayward, George Jameson, Donald Evans, Gary Zimmerman, and another Tim Brown. So, still no Jerry Rice, Joe Montana. Darren Cherry on the gold, Pepper Johnson, Trace Armstrong, Vance Newsom, Childress, Johnson, Barry Foster, Don Warren, another Howie Long, Cleveland Gary, John Kidd, who just got dropped, and Anthony Johnson. Drop the kid. Okay, let's see. How many packs have we gone through so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 packs, 16 packs to go. 16 packs to go. Can we get... I mean, I would think that Jerry Rice would be on the gold foil for sure. There's Darren Cherry again. It seems like that just wants to happen every few packs. Warren Moon, Scott Steven, Neil Smith, Eric Kramer, Rod Woodson, Rod Bernstein, Eric Moore, Willie Galt when he's on the Raiders, Adrian Cooper, Porter, and Hasselrig. Carlton Hasselrig. That's a nice name. That's a neat name. If you haven't checked it out, you can go check out. Last night I went to Walgreens and picked up a couple Topps Update hangers. We broke those last night. It might be something you're interested in video-wise. You can go check that out. Wilbur Marshall, and he was on the Redskins. Metcalf, Kyle Clifton, Dwayne Bickett, John Alt, Keith Jackson, Joe Walter, Flipper Anderson, that's a great name, Dishman, Leonard Marshall, and Jerome Henderson. Yeah, so we got a, I picked up a Topps Heritage Blaster from this year, a Topps Heritage High Number from last year, and they had like 5 of them, which I thought was kind of odd. I've noticed I've started to find a lot more of last year's blasters sitting on shelves all of a sudden. Like Walmart's put out a few that the Walmart that I like to go to. I went there today. They had some Topps archives from last year, 2021 archives, and I've noticed that started to happen a little bit more. I don't know if they're just trying to liquidate what they've had, or they've had these in the back and no one realized it, or what. You know how it is with those bigger places. Kevin Mack on the gold. Conlon, Ernest Givens, Eric Green, Leon Seals, Ed King, Jay Schroeder, Steve Tasker, Mark Gunn, Eric Hill, Damone Johnson, Wesley Carroll, Bryce Pulp, and Joel Hilgenberg. So, this will be pack 24, 12 packs to go, and we still haven't seen... Maybe he's not in here. I should have done, I should have checked that. There's Sean McCarthy on the gold. Terry Wooden, Carnell Lake, Dino Hackett, John Vaughn, Mark Carrier. There's another Kevin Mack, Benny Blades, Tom Newberry, Keith Sims, Alfred Williams, Lorenzo Lynch, Eric McMillan, Mark Bortz, and Ray Agnew. So we've seen about half those cards now. We've already pulled out of this box. I'm going to assume probably when it's all said and done, I'm probably going to have maybe half to just under half of the entire 573 card set. Another Sean McCarthy. That seems to be the deal right now with the gold cards, as we get, you know, back-to-back, either every other pack or every couple packs. Eric Howard, Andre Tippett, Mike Horan, Ron Heller, Brent Williams, Eric Martin, Perryman, Casillas, and Rich Moran. So, well, we're going to keep searching, though. As we're getting close to being done, we keep pushing through here. See if we can get lucky. Another one. That's 3 in a row. Dadgum, man. That's 3 in a row. Bubba McDowell. And this is like, these right here are cards I don't think I've pulled so far tonight. Steve Young right there. Ken Norton, Tony Tolbert, Byron Evans. That is the 3rd straight Sean McCarthy foil card. There you go. 3 straight. That really sucks. If we pull another one, I don't know what to say. I mean, at least 4 in a row. Hopefully not. There we go. Johnny Hector, Michael Carter, Andre Waters, Thurman Thomas, nice. Bill Romanowski, nice. Anthony Carter, Jeff Cross, Larry Brown, Tim Jordan, Todd McNair, Guy McIntyre, there's Marion Butts, and Ray Crockett. Ray Crockett Rocket. Now, the way this has been going, this will be a Johnny Hector foil card. I'm going to speak it into existence so it doesn't happen. There we go. David Fulcher, Jumbo Elliott, Clarence Verdin, Reggie Cobb, Doug Smith, Pat Coleman, Rob Thomas. There is a Mark Schlereth. He is one of the rookie cards. It doesn't even say rookie on here either. Or like first Bowman or anything like that. Nope. Born in Anchorage, Alaska. I did not know that. Interesting. A 91 pack, yeah. It's pretty bad. 91 Bowman football. I've got a box of that sitting over on the shelf that I've been breaking on the 1 packs, and I haven't really found much either. We got 8 packs to go here. All right, we're going to get a David Fulcher foil card. Oh, man, it didn't work this time. And we did. Tom Waddle. We've seen these cards already. Dwight Stone, John Hand. There's Brewline. Steve Bono. Bern Brostick. James Joseph. Tony Jones. Floyd Turner. Okay, come on. Come on, Jerry. I mean, how do you get a box of early 90s football with 36 packs and you don't pull at least 1 Jerry Rice? There's Morton Anderson. I've pulled like 2 Morton Andersons already. Jim Arnold, Vinny Testaverde, Greg Lloyd, Michael Brooks, Stark, Terry Allen, Jesse Hester, Ken Harvey, David Grant, Wes Hopkins, Eric Sleeping with Bienemy. I'm starting to get a little bit worried as we're down to 6 packs. And we have not seen Jerry Rice. Tony Bennett gold. I mean, at least like the Jerry Rice base. There's Emmitt Smith. That's the first Emmitt Smith we've gotten tonight. Flipper Anderson, Chris Burkett, Chris Dishman, Leonard Marshall, Henderson, Coffer, Johnny Hector. Yeah, that's the first Emmitt Smith we've gotten tonight. So the Cowboys play the Packers this week. And the Packers usually have their number, but the Packers are god-awful bad. I don't think they really know what's going on over there. So I think the Cowboys actually have a chance of beating them this week. Mike Merriweather, Jim Everett, Leroy Butler, Mike Pritchard, Rob Moore, Copeland, Greg Lewis. There's another checklist. Marinovich, Phil Hansen, Jackson, Jeff Bryant, and Derek Russell. I'll be doing my prediction video here. Probably post that either tomorrow. Probably post that tomorrow night. All right. Let's just go ahead and take the last 4 out. We're down to our last 4 packs. Get the box out of here. Last 4. Can we pull a Jerry Rice out of our last 4 packs? There's another Mike Merriweather to go with that one. Lee Johnson. Now these ones are kind of stuck together. Loudermilk, Dwayne Harper, Keith McKellar, Ernie Jones, Kent Hull, Williams, Willie Green, Ben Smith, Rodney Peete, Reisenberg, Thompson, Carl Lee. Oh, Bailey Zapp auto. That's nice. BHN. That's nice because his cards have taken a spike over these last couple weeks because there's no one knows if he's going to be the starter or Mac Jones is going to be the starter. So those cards have definitely taken a spike, so I would definitely hold on to that. It's funny, because I used to collect comics. I collected comics for a long time. And there's a Bill Brooks. Comics was always whenever the character was first appearance and they'd come out in the movies or the TV shows, they would get a nice spike. So you started to play it like the stock market and, try to sell off when you knew they were coming. You'd have people, spec on things. There's Steve Young. Another Steve Young. We've already pulled 2 of those. Or no, we've only pulled 1 of those so far. That's the second. And I kind of, now that, especially with the new stuff, I've noticed that it kind of turns into the same thing. I mean, you look at the beginning of the year, everyone was really high on 2 quarterbacks, not named Brady. And that was Trey Lance and Mac Jones. And here, Trey Lance doesn't even play because he's hurt. And then Mac Jones might have lost the starting job. So, those cards have taken a hit. Oh, that's cool. I never traded football cards, but baseball cards and basketball, especially basketball cards. There's Bad Moon Rising. Basketball cards back in the day were kind of my thing. That's mainly what I did. I remember my cousin, we were really into basketball cards. We did a lot of trading. There's a Bob Golick. And I remember one time he was willing to trade me like 15 or 20 cards for a Kobe Bryant rookie card. Now, it's not the Topps rookie. It was an insert rookie. And I don't remember the card it was specifically, but it was, the card was like, it felt like a basketball. And it had him just him on the front holding a basketball. And I remember this, I pulled this card. I was all excited because I thought Kobe Bryant was going to be a big time player. And then my cousin, who I believed, I mean, now I believe it, but at the time, he thought that too. And he tried to trade me like 20 cards or something for that one Kobe Bryant. And I'm like, no, man, I think Kobe's going to be really good. He's like, no, Kobe's not going to be that good. He's not going to be a good player. Just out of high school, he's not going to be any good. I think all his cards are going to go down. Well, of course, besides Jordan, probably the most valuable rookie card, him, LeBron, Jordan, And it's just kind of funny that I look back on that and I think about that, you know, he was trying to pull the wool over my eyes at the time. And thankfully, I didn't trade him for that. I kept that card. In fact, I believe that card is still sitting in my childhood cards and things at my mom's house. So last pack. Get some last pack magic here. Tom Waddle. Brian Jordan. There's Michael Irvin. So we at least got 1-star wide receiver. And we got a couple others, but, you know, no Jerry Rice, unless we pull him in this, which we might, because this pack looks a little bit different. If we can get these 2 cards unstuck. There we go. Eddie Brown. Johnny Johnson. I was thinking about the Cowboys. Eddie Anderson. Sean Jefferson. Vinnie Clark. One stuck to him. Calvin Williams. Oh. Willie Drury. Jim Jeffcoat. And Pat Swilling. Yeah, basketball cards, it's tough. They've really jumped up in cost over the last few years. I mean, if you're going new age stuff, man, I would just try to find like some Donruss Optic blasters. I mean, I think those are pretty hot on the shelf right now. I think you can kind of find those. If you're going for the older stuff, you know, that one's kind of hard because, like I said, Kobe's, you know, that 96, 97, 97, 98 cards are really hard to come by, especially if you're trying to buy, you know, there's no blasters back then. They were full boxes, or you'd have to just buy a pack. I mean, the Topps cards in the early 90s, I mean, there's some good ones. There's not a lot of value to them, but there's some good ones. But if you're looking for value and you got to go with the newer stuff, you know, the Donruss Optic. I've seen a lot of those blasters on the shelves. What else? I just saw some today, too. Chronicles. I don't really like Panini Chronicles myself. I just, you know, there's like 800 or 900 cards in the set, and they all just seem to kind of be all out of left field. In fact, I have a up on my shelf that I've never opened, 2021 Chronicles. I've never opened this. It's just a hanger box. There's 30 cards in here. But I don't know. They just all seem to be all over the place. A lot of different styles of the cards. And for me, it's kind of hard to keep track of and collect because, you know, I'm a full, you know, I like to put everything in a binder and try to collect the full set. And the newer stuff, when it comes to football and basketball, and even some of the top stuff, is, I mean, it's next to impossible. With all the different parallel sets and everything like that, it's made it more difficult to try to collect the base set, because what happens, at least this happened in my instance, where I've got down to 1 or 2 cards and I'll pull that card and it'll be a parallel. And I'm like, well, I know I've got the card, but technically that's not part of the actual base parallel, the base set. It's a parallel of the base set. So, I mean, it's just kind of for full collection collectors and base set builders, the new stuff has made it very difficult. Short prints at the wazoo, like Topps Heritage has, I don't know, 80 or 90 short prints. You get maybe 1 short print or 2 short prints per hobby box. Like, how am I ever going to be able to pull all those short prints? I'm not. And that just kind of sucks. So, but with basketball stuff, I think you got to go with the new stuff. The old stuff, I mean, it's fun to open, it's fun to look at, but there's not a lot of value in that early 90s stuff, the 91, 92, other than Michael Jordan. That's really where all the value is with him. I mean, Shaq's rookie is in 92, 93. Like, I've got a box of 92, 93 Topps Jumbo Series 2 where the Shaq card is. I pulled the Shaq card in like the second pack or something like that. So, and I mean, there's value, but it's in 1 or 2 cards. You know, the new stuff with basketball, there's value there, and there's a lot more cards you can pull to get that value. So that's my little, I guess that's my little spiel on the basketball cards, at least the new basketball cards and new stuff like that. So I think this was fun. I think we got some nice cards. We did not get a Jerry Rice. Let's go through our. Oh yeah, they're still fun to get. I still enjoy opening them up. I mean, you know, you watch my channel, you know that I open up a lot of the '90s stuff. I mean, this box right here, there's not a lot. I mean, I could probably, in fact, let me. I'll tell you what. I got to remember what I did with it, but I do have my. Let me see if I've got. I don't. I don't think I've got a football Beckett that goes to this year. I think the one I have is earlier than '92. I think it's the original. That's '91 with Bo on the cover. Let me see if I can get to it here. If it's here. That's basketball, racing. What did I do with Bo Jackson? I do have the Bo Jackson Football Beckett issue 1. I don't know what I did with it though. Oh, right there. I think this is 91 though. I don't think it's got 92. Oh, no, it's 89. So it won't be in here. So actually, I think that's the only football Beckett I have. I have the